what I'm going to demonstrate here is a very, very simple script and how I would curate a script from a set of commands that accomplish something on a Windows box. You're going to have to create your own scripts if you haven't found a script online, or if we haven't provided you with a script. Now, just there's thousands of scripts, tens of thousands of PowerShell scripts that, quite frankly, can do just about anything. But you're going to have to know how to modify those and so forth. And anyway, sometimes it's just nice to curate your own script. So I'm going to show you how to do that. If you're used to using a console here, and so let's just say that I want to create a script that's going to solve the problem of restarting the print service process on a Windows box. That's very simple. You probably wouldn't use this, but anyways, this is just to show you kind of how to take a process and to scriptify it. All right, so let me first off just do a get service, and it's called spooler. All right, so that's the print service. And in fact, if I do a get process, and I'm going to do spool SV, that's the, let's do that again. Okay, let's try that again. Get process, spool SV, there we go. All right, and then I'm going to pipe that, let's throw this up here again. All right, I'm going to pipe that through a format list command. All right, and now what's kind of cool is this is what's called the ID, or the PID, for the process ID for that spooler process. So let me just show you something I'm going to do here. Remember, we did the get service spooler. All right, I'm going to do a stop service spooler. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to do a get service spooler, and you're going to see that it says the spooler is down. Okay, now I'm going to do a get process spool SV, and you notice it errored. And the reason it errored is because the spool server isn't running. You remember back when I ran it before, it said, yeah, here you go, get process spool SV, and here's its ID and so forth. Well, the spooler process isn't running, so I need to start it. And then you'll notice that instead of being this ID of 14776, it's going to be some other ID. So let's go ahead and start the process again. So get service spooler, it's running. It's not running, so I'm going to do a start service spooler. There we go. All right. Now we're going to do the get service spooler, it's running. And then we're going to do a get process spool SV, and you notice that the ID, it no longer errors like it did before because it's actually running, and the ID is 11680. Okay, so now we've confirmed that we have figured out a way to stop the spool server on a Windows 10 box. The spool server is really just the print server process. It's where everything's queued up for the printer. All right, and so we've now figured out a method for stopping the print server, the spooler. I'm just going to call it the print server. We're stopping the print server, and then querying for the PID also. And then we know how to start the server. And so let's go ahead and put that all into a script. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to do a get process. Okay, just the tool I'm using this is built into every Windows box, well, just about every modern Windows box, this Windows PowerShell ISE. So that's the software that I'm running, and I can use these commands, and it automatically fills them in. So this is kind of cool. So I'm going to say spool SV. All right, and then I'm going to pipe it through FL. Remember, that was the command that I was doing here. In fact, I could have just taken this and copied that to the clipboard and then just pasted it right there. That's kind of my favorite way of doing things. So I've now curated a command for getting the PID for the spool server or the print server, and now I've got this inside of a script. And so this script, I'm going to save this to, here we go. I'm going to just save it right here to my Cimitra directory because that's where I'm at. Okay, and so now I'm going to say, let's see. Well, okay, let's just list the file here. oh, that wasn't such a good idea. Let's do this because, okay, I've just got to find this script. So you see this print restart. Okay, so print restart. All right, so there we go. We just ran the command or the script, and that script just went ahead and it ran that command. All right, so what's the next command we want to do? Well, we want to actually bring down the print process. So let's go ahead and do a stop service, and it's spooler. Right, you remember that was the command that we did before, right? And so you see this stop service spooler, right? So that's all I did. Again, I can just copy and paste that again, just like that, but I've already done that. All right, and so now we want to start the process. So we're going to do a start service spooler. So I'll just copy and paste that. And then we're going to get, so that we kind of get confirmation that it restarted, we're going to go ahead and run that command again. Now, we could do a couple other things here too, just to make this a little bit more friendly. All right, so let me just show this to you here. Write output, getting print server info, something like that, info. All right, so there's a write process, and I'm going to say, you know, stopping print server, like that, stop print server, and then I'm going to do a start print server. So again, this just makes it a little bit more user-friendly. That's all we're doing here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to indicate that we're getting the print server info. All right, we've just curated a 8-line script that accomplishes really everything that we need, but also a little bit more user-friendly interface in a sense. So let's go ahead and run that command again. All right, so print restart PS1, there we go. So we notice it did a get print server info, told us the PID, it stopped the print server, it started the print server, got the print server info, and it tells us a new PID. Okay, great. Now we've created a script that we've curated and we can bolt into Cimitra in the next video.